The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Minshew. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give it here to Thompson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw it. Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2nd and 14. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for
a lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Max got the first down and then so, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He's across midfield.
Josh Jones in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And a Colts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Mack off the draw play. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to, and if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 4th down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. In this first quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Colts.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice...
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7. Jaguars nothing.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
Jaguars. DJ Chark, 81 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Indianapolis.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers hands this one to Mack.
In your face!
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
A gain of
his first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Rivers now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. To throw again. Rivers. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own
the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Man, I got you. You draw closer.
Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. There he goes left side.
Pass some of this.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over first.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only 1st down. He's got a few more shots, maybe. He can take it to the end zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton.
Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Colts 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 25-yard line.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room.
He's got a man, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mack. Draw play. Powers through. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
It's 3rd down.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal.
Blankenship's kick is good.
The kick.
And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? It'll be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the give, this is Mack. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 29. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run here with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Colts just continue to pour it on. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go with Thompson again. Past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Second down and 7.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Give me that ball.
He'll drop to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
At the 5-yard line.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll hand to Armstead, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The ball call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, you got deep? Mike 5-4.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bruce Miller there to make the grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the handoff, it's Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mack. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He would call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
I have a few questions about that throw because, to me, there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
On third down, a run by Mack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. With 2 yards on the pickup there, it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Jaguars.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, a run with Thompson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike, 58, right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 30 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Clock 15.
Me and you all day. All day.
On first down, it's Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
I got you. I got you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now fourth.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29.
Jaguars.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Minshew and Chark on the hook up there. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for a Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
On the play. Recovered by the Jaguars.
The best best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Now Minshew. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jaguars get a score closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
By the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from me. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I hate to eat crystals. She emergency mix. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said, What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some range and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People act